Motherwell picked up their first win of the season, and it is now time for Stephen Naismith to pick up his bags and get the fuck out of Hearts. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland TV. Right, I've had enough. Now, I was consistent. When this guy first got the job, I didn't want him. I didn't think he was good enough. Hell, I didn't want rid of Robbie Nielsen. And I said, nah, I don't want Stephen Naismith. We got to the end of his first 7 games. He took us from 3rd down to 4th. We were lucky to hold on to 4th. And I went, look, this guy's not good enough. Let's not give him the job. He hasn't earned it. He hasn't even got the right qualifications to have it. He couldn't even play in the European qualifiers. The whole thing was a mess. But they gave him the job. And then you had him and the other 2 guys who names I've forgotten by now. And thank God, because that really was a shit show. But you had those guys, like the 3 of them kind of running the club together. And last year, look, results-wise, I give him credit, I cut him some slack, even though we fell off towards the end of the season. We got to a really respectable points tally, and you can't really complain with that. What I would say is, every game against Rangers, we were fucking shite. Apart from the draw we got at the end. And, the cup game, I think, was extremely disappointing. The cup semi-final, we didn't show up. But in terms of league, we done okay last season. However, you look at Hibernian and you look at Aberdeen. Alright, Hibernian are kind of just always shite. But Aberdeen had a really poor season last year. They were in turmoil. And you feel like now with them back, I don't know if what we done last season will be enough to finish 3rd this year. But we ain't going to do what we done last season. Shankland looks... he doesn't even look like a player that is good enough for us to sell. Never mind sell for millions of pounds. It's just a shit show. We haven't won since, I believe, April. Fucking April. And, 1 point after 9 games. We get a point against Rangers, then follow up with defeats against Motherwell. I'm not saying Motherwell Dundee's shite, but, Jesus Christ, how can we get a good result against Rangers and then follow up with this? It's not good enough. Today, Motherwell scored goals with McGinn, O'Donnell and Sparrow. 3-1. Oda got one back for Hearts. Shankland with the assist. Lenny Miller got 2 assists for Motherwell. Good for him, I guess. But, nah, man, for me... Stephen Naismith, when's he going to turn it around? When is he going to turn this around? There's nothing consistent about him. He never picks the same squad. He's always tinkering shit. For God's sake, pick your strongest 11 and just fucking go for it. And you know what? I don't even think we can enjoy this European run now. For the reason being is, I almost think that we have to sort of sabotage the European run to try and get a good league result this year, because I don't think that we can continue to do shite in the league and expect to have a major comeback in December once we're out of Europe, because by that point we're going to be miles off it and we'll probably be in the bottom 6 playing catch up. You look at Kilmarnock, at least you can, they've had a bad start this season, but at least you'll say, look, one more game, the likelihood is they're out of Europe, and then Kilmarnock will start playing catch up. We've got this shite, and I'm not just blaming Europe because, we just played 1 game there, right? We just haven't been good enough. But again, it's the rotating that's killing us, and if we're in Europe, he's going to be constantly rotating. And I just think that we, honestly, by the time we get to December, we could be sitting 8th, 9th, and by the end, the damage is going to be done. I really think we might be actually missing out on a top 6 finish this season, because, I look at the teams in the league, and Celtic Rangers top 2, obviously. I think Aberdeen are going to get 3rd. You expect Kilmarnock to probably get back in there. St Mirren, Dundee, decent teams. You got Dundee United back in the top flight looking well. Hibernian, if they can get their act together, I doubt it, but if they can, it's going to be a tough season for us, and it's not started off very well. So, really disappointed. When we beat Rangers, you're kind of thinking, right, win the next couple of games, have 7 points out of the first 9, you'd well take that. I remember saying, if you offered me 7 points out of the first 3 games, I would be delighted with that. And, we got 1 point out of the first game, and I thought we were well on our way to getting the next 2 wins, but that has not been the case. And, we're just not even playing good football. It's not like, we're not even, playing great and just, being unlucky to lose. We really have been poor. Very, very poor, especially in the league. Dundee game was horrendous today. Was awful as well. So, something has to change, guys. Something has to change. Look, would I take Stephen Naismith? Would I sack him right now? I don't know, because I'd need to look and see who's available. I'd need to look and see what kind of managers we have. But for me, he's got to turn it around. I don't really care too much about the Thursday night game, I'll be honest, because honestly, we'll just do better in the Conference League. People might say that's negative, but if we're in the Europa League, we're just going to be losing games. I'd rather go into the Conference League where we could maybe win a few. Who knows, if we actually start playing well, maybe even think about qualifying. So for me, I'm not too bothered about Thursday night, but we need to start winning games in the league. Next game is massive. Imagine we lose that and we've got 1 point at the opening 4 matches. That just will not do. So, yeah, we have to turn it around. Naismith has to turn it around. And if he doesn't turn it around soon, I mean, he could be sacked. I don't think he'll be sacked until probably at least the following week, because I can't imagine the European. I don't think this will get him sacked. I don't think the European result. But if he loses in Europe and then he follows up with another loss in the league, then how much time has he got left? Anyway, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts down below. It's all falling apart. I want to keep Robbie Nielsen. And would I take Robbie Nielsen back 3rd time straight swap? Probably would, as crazy as that is. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.